forgiveness is a tool that is practiced by meditation practitioner, that is recommended and advised by psychotherapists, psychoanalysts, psychological professionals. And this is very helpful. You may have also noticed, you may have also experienced, when you forgive someone, you feel lighter in your heart, right? You feel very light. If you don't forgive, then you are carrying grudges, you are carrying anger, you're carrying negative emotion. The moment you forgive, you become lighter. And this is very challenging to forgive. This is very challenging to practice forgiveness. Why you don't forgive? Because someone had made wrong something with you, or misbehaved with you, or hurt you, and you don't forgive because you want he or she be punished because of that, right? Unless he or she is punished, you don't forgive. But so long you are not forgiving, you are carrying the anger, you are carrying the negative emotion. In Mahabharata war, there is a great war, Mahabharata war. Do you know, Sue? Mahabharata war? There was a great war in India, Mahabharata war. And during that war, Krishna, explained the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna gave that teaching to Arjuna on the battlefield. It was a great war. And the Mahabharata war happened because of the anger Draupadi was carrying, right? She was carrying anger. She did not forgive. She did not forgive that man who insulted her. Actually, that was started with a trivial statement. And then the enmity was developed, and that was exploded as a huge war, which took millions of people's lives just because of anger, just because of not forgiving, right? So both, mainly, actually the counterpart was very adamant. That happened because of that counterpart, not because of the she. But yeah, so you should not carry the anger, you should not carry the feeling of revenge. Okay, that because that invites war, that invites destruction, that invites the disasters. In individual life, or mainly when you are on the sensitive positions, like when you are prime minister, when you are president, then your anger can take thousands of lives because of anger, because of revenge. Okay, so Buddha was not in favor of revenge, in favor of not forgiveness. So there are many sayings of Buddha's. There is a small book that is called Dhammapad. Dhammapad is this is like Bhagavad Gita. So Dhammapad contains all the teachings of Buddha, and in Dhammapad, Buddha has given teachings on different topics. So there is a topic I would like to show you. I would like to give the references from different sources, and also I would like to refer to different books which mention. See this screen. This is Dhammapad. There is a website, sacredtext.com. This contains, I think, the world's all the scriptures, almost all the scriptures from different religions, from different faiths. So this is Dhammapad. And Buddha talks about all these topics, see, right? The twin verses on earnestness, thought, flowers, the food, the wise man, the venerable, the thousand, evil, punishment, old age, self, the world, So this is anger. Anger is also a topic. Anger and punishment. Every thought is very enlightening. I will take you to the sutra. Every sutra is very enlightening. He who seeking his own happiness punishes or kills beings who also long for happiness will not find happiness after death. Then, so this is about punishments. So punishment is because you did not forgive and you wanted the one who had committed wrong be punished. Then next is anger. Let a man overcome anger by love. Let him overcome evil by good. Let him overcome the greedy by liberality, the liar by truth. This is on anger. Beware of the anger of the mind and control the mind. Leave the sins of mind and practice virtue with thy mind. Okay, so this is about anger.
Guruji, what is meant by elephant? What is this?
Which one?
The elephant?
Elephant? Where? Here?
No, on the lower side, chapter, wait. Chapter...
Oh, here. The elephant is
22.
also topic. Elephant. Elephant is also topic in Dhampad. So this is like Bhagavad Gita, and that contains the sutras. So these are sutras on the elephant.
But representing something, or what is it?
Actually, he gives example of elephant. This is like silently shall I endure abuse as the elephant in battle endures the arrows sent from the bow. For the world is ill-natured. So he gives example like elephant, be like elephant. Because elephant endures the arrows on the battlefield. So endure the ill words in the world. They lead a tamed elephant to battle. The king mounts a tamed elephant. The tamed is the best among men. He who silently endures abuse. Like your mind is tamed. So there are sutras about elephant. So like, be not thoughtless. Watch your thoughts. Draw yourself out of the evil way. Like an elephant sunk in mud. So he gives example of elephant. It is better to live alone. There is no companionship with a fool. Let a man walk alone. Let him commit no sin with few wishes, like an elephant in the forest. So he gives example of elephant. Elephant has very good natures, So this is about elephant. So he talks about thought and flowers, earnestness. Earnest is also very important topic. Buddha says earnestness is the path of immortality, nirvana. Thoughtlessness, the path of death. Those who are in earnest do not die. Those who are thoughtless are as if dead already. So he appreciates earnestness, hard works. Those who are advanced in earnestness, having understood this clearly, delight in earnestness and rejoice in the knowledge of the Aryas, the elect. See, these wise people, meditative, steady, always possessed of strong powers, attain to nirvana, the highest happiness. So every thought is, transforming. Every thought is changing your mind and boosting your self-confidence. If an earnest person has roused himself, if he is not forgetful, if his deeds are pure, if he acts with consideration, if he restrains himself and lives according to law, then his glory will increase. So this is all about earnestness. You should read this. I'll share this link. You should read all the topic. So also about thoughts. He talks about thought. Buddha says, if a man's thoughts are unsteady, if he does not know the true law, if his peace of mind is troubled, his knowledge will never be perfect. What thought?
What was this 39 with Faustball? What is this? What does this mean? I saw it already.
39.
Faustball. Faustball. What is this?
This one?
No, 39. The first word. Faustball.
This one?
Yes.
Oh,
The
actually,
first word.
yeah, this is a reference of Jataka. You know, Jataka is the stories of Buddha's past lives. So this is an excerpt. This is related to this 39. If a man's thoughts are not dissipated, okay. So Buddha says, if a man's thoughts are not dissipated, if here his mind is not perplexed, if he has ceased to think of good or evil, then there is no fear for him while he is watchful. This is about mindfulness, right? So Buddha appreciates that if he is watchful, okay, and he ceases himself to commit evil, okay, if his mind is not perplexed, then he says that then there is no fear for him. Then there is no fear for him. So if you are watchful, if you are good, if you are not perplexed, if you are not confused, then you need not to be frightened. Only these people become frightened. Who are not watchful, who are evil, who are perplexed, who are confused, whose thoughts are dissipated, they get scared. This is what it means. And here he gives a story, he tells a story that first of all traces Anava Sutta. This is Sutta dissipated back to the Sanskrit root, Siai, to become rigid. So this is explanation. Even explanation. And old age. Buddha has talked about old age also. Old age. This body is wasted, full of sickness and frail. This heap of corruption breaks to pieces. Life indeed ends in death. So he talks about old age and death. See, a man who has learned little grows old like an ox. His flesh grows, but his knowledge does not grow. So there are many old people. They are old, but their mind remains childish mind. Their knowledge doesn't grow. So he has given many examples. Men who have not observed proper discipline and have not gained treasure in their youth perish like old herons in a lake without fish. This is about old age. See, Buddha talks about the Buddha also. The Buddha. This is also a topic. He says, he whose conquest is not conquered again, into whose conquest no one in this world enters. By what track can you lead him? The awakened, the omniscient, the trackless. He said, even the gods envy those who are awakened and not forgetful. See, this is very important. This is every thought is important, but this is very, thrilling. Buddha says, even the gods envy those who are awakened and not forgetful, who are given to meditation, who are wise, and who delight in the repose of retirement from the world. Buddha says, Buddhas are envied by gods. Okay. Buddhas are more higher than gods, he says. See here, the awakened means Buddha, right? So the awakened call patience the highest penance, long suffering the highest nirvana. For he is not an anchorite, pravarjit, who strikes others. He is not an ascetic who insults others. So this is about Buddha. See this. Happy is the arising of the awakened. Happy is the teaching of the true law. Happy is peace in the church. Happy is the devotion of those who are at peace. So happiness lies in the peace. Okay, so you should read this. I'll share this link. If you practice forgiveness, then you will overcome the anger, resentment, feeling of revenge, to hit against grudges and negative emotions. And these are very infectious. These are damaging. These are, negative elements. And we should not carry the negative elements. We should not carry the toxins. We should not carry the viruses. We should always, cleanse ourselves from these negativities. And forgiveness is a great cleanser. This also I mentioned yesterday, right? Forgiveness is a cleanser that cleanses your heart and your consciousness.